Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Dirt Bike Magazine video. We already showed you the 2027 Honda Crf450R, but we know we have a lot of people on this channel that are specifically into the off-road bikes. So we figured, let's take a look at the all-new 2027 Honda CRF, their closed course competition bike, and it starts at $10,399. The bike's fuel tank is going to be 1.9 gallons and their claimed curb weight is 240 pounds. The bike has a new engine this year and features a redesigned Unicam valve layout that aligns intake and exhaust rockers on a common axis to increase valve train rigidity and create a more compact package. The complete redesign results in an engine that delivers 10.3% more peak horsepower, 3.7% more peak torque, and is 17 millimeters narrower and nearly 6 pounds lighter than the 2026 model. New cam profiles and a new bore and stroke help deliver increased mid-range and high RPM power. The titanium intake valves have increased in diameter from 38 millimeters to 40 millimeters, and the exhaust valves from 31 millimeters to 32. The valve angle in the head also changed to optimize intake efficiency. The intake port is shorter too, all of which contributes to the boost in power. The new bigger bore and shorter stroke, larger piston, and new piston crown profile all result in a higher compression ratio for better overall combustion efficiency and more power. Now, with roller main bearings at both ends of the crankshaft profile has been radically reshaped compared to the traditional anchor design. This works in conjunction with the new clutch to reduce frictional losses and more efficiently convert combustion into rotational energy while fine-tuning the engine's overall flywheel effect. The result is smooth, predictable power that's easy to modulate and helps keep you hooked up. The new airbox design has no separate lid, allowing you to access the air cleaner just by removing the side cover. The engine features an oval-shaped, centrally located exhaust port, which along with the single muffler exhaust boosts power from 5,000 RPM and improves exhaust efficiency. The system sprays fuel twice per intake cycle for better atomization and increased mid-range power and over-rev performance. You'll feel it the first time you twist the throttle. The single pipe header routes close to the center of the bike, and its light overall construction helps improve weight distribution. Compared to the previous generation, it also produces more controllable power in the low and mid RPM range. The 2027 frame may look the same, but it's really all new, with slightly more steering rake and longer wheelbase. The major frame components have been fine-tuned for rigidity and weight loss. Meanwhile, the foot pegs are moved back 5 millimeters, making it easier to shift your weight over the rear wheel to help hook it up. The Showa spring fork is specifically tuned for off-road riding. The new 49mm Showa fork features Kashima coating to the internal sliding components, enhancing stroke feel and improving smoothness. A dynamic blow system main piston valve increases compression damping in the extremely low to low speed range, improving stroke consistency. In the rear, a lighter shock body is surrounded by a new red spring. The shock itself is more responsive, enhancing damping feel in the low speed compression range and providing more consistent feel throughout the suspension stroke. A new lighter narrow chassis, you can experience faster cornering with the lightweight superior chassis design, which maintains finely tuned lateral rigidity. There's a new swing arm, meticulously hand polished. The smooth step-free design and flawless welds elevate the bike's appearance. The new throat welded construction also helps reduce weight by nearly a pound. Dunlop's GeoMax AT81 tires are specifically designed for enduro use. They are spec'd at 21 inches in the front and 18 in the rear. The battery box is positioned low for an improved center of gravity. It's also easy to service and watertight, so there's less to worry about when racing in wet conditions. There's an 18-inch rear wheel designed for enduro use. The 18-inch rear wheel and tire combo provides better bump absorption and broader contact patch to smooth out the roots, ruts, and rocks that come with off-road riding. A 260 front rotor is added. The large front brake disc measures a whopping 260. It offers great brake feel and a pattern that reduces weight, while the caliper design is designed to reduce lever fade. A front brake disc guard is also part of the package. There's a Renthal aluminum fat bar up front, features a bend tuned for off-road riding, making it the new standard in excellence. The bike has a hydraulically actuated Nissan clutch, the same design as Honda's Grand Prix MX machines, with a 10% lighter pull than a cable equivalent. You won't need to make clutch cable adjustments, even during long events. For 2027, Honda changed both the air filter's density and its shape to reduce airflow resistance by approximately 10%. Honda also has the HSTC. Changing terrain requires changing power characteristics. This bike features Honda's selectable torque control. Depending on the available traction, you can choose one of 3 settings to dial your bike in perfectly. Every gram counts, so Honda equipped the bike with a titanium fuel tank. It's light and strong and thinner than their previous plastic unit, freeing up more space and helping to centralize the fuel's mass. An all-new clutch assembly, totally redesigned using HRC Works feedback and developed on the MXGP circuit. The clutch disc diameter is smaller this year, and the primary drive gear is redesigned for lightness. A new back torque limiting system uses rubber dampers instead of springs, which also provides a slipper clutch function, the world's first of its kind. Compared to cam-type slipper clutches, it's lighter and ideally suited to off-road use. New lightweight split resin bearing cages. Honda's famous for its transmission quality and shift feel. The 2027 RX takes that to another level. The new split resin cage needle bearings work in conjunction with shorter transmission shafts to save weight. A factory skid plate is lightweight and offers the engine and lower frame protection that an off-road racer demands. Smoothing out the bodywork transition between the front of the seat and the radiator shrouds makes it easier to move effortlessly on the bike. The seat itself features larger radius corners up front and smaller radius corners on the rear to improve comfort, hold, and handling. Obviously, the bike has new graphics for 2027 and it's inspired by the MXGP bikes that you've already seen racing. It comes with black DID Dirt Star rims. It has one-piece radiator shrouds. Honda's engineers fine-tune the radiator shrouds for increased cooling efficiency. The one-piece design ensures consistent power output and prevents overheating. The bike's equipped with a kickstand, and thank you Honda, it also comes with handguards. Honda tried making the serviceability easier. Changing the air filter, replacing the rear wheel, and servicing the rear shock has become simpler than ever. To access the airbox, simply remove the left side number plate. Additionally, the redesigned side collars on the rear wheel make removal and installation much easier. It has electric start, and you can customize your engine's power delivery on the fly with the convenient handlebar mounted button, allowing you to effortlessly switch between standard, smooth, and aggressive modes to suit varying track conditions or rider preference. HRC launch control. Once again, this special ECU program allows you to select a start mode, then simply hold the throttle open and release the clutch, letting the bike do the rest. So as you can see here, the 2027 Honda CRF450Rx received a lot of the changes that the standard 450 motocross model got. Obviously, it has handguards, a kickstand, an 18-inch rear wheel, and suspension is tuned for off-road. And don't forget that it comes with a skid plate, which also mounts on the 450 motocross model if you want a skid plate on that. We can't wait to get our hands on this bike, test it on the trail, beat it up, and see if those improvements actually relate to real-world riding. Thanks for hanging out with us, seeing all the new updates on the CRF450Rx, and we'll see you down the trail.